Hello, Kat?
Hello?
Hi.
Wait lang.
You hear me?
Yes, Miss
Yeah.
There.
We're
Narinig
live now. Yes. Who are... Sino kaya mga nandito?
Wait. Ayan na, meron ng Hello, guys!
Sino kaya manonood sa atin or makikinig? Without advice, right? MJ. Hi, MJ. Hello. Good evening. How are you, MJ? Who else are watching? Kat, do you hear me?
Yes po. Isa
Oh,
pa.
okay.
And 28 na yung nanonood.
Hi, 37. Say hello, guys.
Hello, stress!
Stress.
Parang lahat ata tayo na stress.
I feel you. I feel you. But it's okay, you know. Kanina pa ako na-stress, sumakit na ang buong katawan ko. I mean, of course, understandably so, you know. Ako nga rin eh. Actually, I actually felt very angry, if that is I think that's the best word that is the most appropriate word na pwede kong magamit. Kasi, although, I think it is expected din naman kasi, you know, it's political survival. So, it's really expected that they will do that, you know. Yun nga, ang sinabi pala daw, ang sinabi ni, I wanted to post something about kay Ronald Lamas. Kat, are you there?
Yes po.
Yeah, kasi may isa siyang interview na sinabi niya yung mga sequence of events at saka yung kahapon lang sinabi niya. So, buti na lang nakita ko yung post ni ni Mike Lopez. You know, Mike Lopez is one of the most, I would say, influential person. He is so well connected. Do you know him, Kat?
Si Sir Mark?
Mike. It's Mike.
Mike?
Yes, Mike Lopez.
I don't
Hi,
know.
May. From Singapore. Hello. Anong nararamdaman mo, May?
Mike Lopez.
Hi, Janice. So many evil in the HR. Oh, yes. That's correct. Ang tamang Marcos. Jamaica, hi, Jamaica. Ang tamang Marcos.
Siya lang ata yung tamang Marcos.
Yeah. Ikaw, Kat, anong nararamdaman mo, Kat?
Na-stress ako, Miss There. Ang dami ko atang tigyawan kayo.
Hi, Giancarlo. Well, you know, that's really it. That's really, really it. But we cannot. Mike. Oh, hi, Kay! Gigi Dumag. She's here. Hi. Yes, Mike Lopez from Cebu. From Cebu. Siya yung you know, he's also one of those talaga na part ng inner circle ni VP, and he was there when VP finally
Yung
accepted.
picture sila. Yung
Yes.
parang may party.
Yes. At saka si Mike, very close kay Sarah siya, kay Inday.
Alam, kamag-anak ba niya yun?
Yes, kasi alam mo yan si Mike Lopez, naku kung gagawa yan ng isang libro, he is connected to Bongbong Marcos, kamag-anak niya sila Amy, kamag-anak niya ang mga Dutertes, kamag-anak niya ang si Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Yes. And he's a protege of what?
Mag-family tree, Miss There. Siya yung
Yes.
pinaka-okay.
Yeah, but you know, it's yes, he's very well connected, MJ, 'di ba? As in, ano lang yan eh, hindi na kasi political posts yung mga nilalagay niya eh, but he is a very well-connected man. He knows what's going on. Basta, ayun. Tawagan po nila Gem Medj, tawagan po nila ni VP ay Gao. Yes, Gao. Gao sila, Gao. Magpipinsan, yes. Harry, did they follow that procedure? What procedure? You mean
Baka the impeachment.
yeah. Sh- sh- Julie, shame because our congressman also signs impeachment. Yeah, of course, nothing is, for us, it's just very disappointing kasi tinuloy pa rin talaga nila. Pero if you are a political observer, this is very expected. Although ang ginawa kasi nila na style, sabi ni Ronald Llamas, parang hindi sila masyadong nag-ingay after the rally. Parang nag-tone down sila. Kasi ayaw gumawa naman siya ng noise din kasi para maiiwas pressure. Kaya nag-tone down sila. But of course, everything was planned already. I mean, they have to do this because this is the only way for them to destroy, the Dutertes, especially Inday. I mean, this is the shortest and fastest way for them to do that. And alam mo, Kat, one thing na napapatanong ako actually is why did Inday hindi parang feeling ko deliberate kay Inday yung sabihin na alam mo nagpaplano nga akong tumakbo sa 2028 eh. Parang feeling ko kay Inday parang gusto niya talagang i-trigger sila.
Ayun nga yung nakapag-trigger sa mga yan, Miss Dare.
Yeah.
Kasi parang ano sila eh. Alam mo yan yung, magtatakbo si VP, paano yan? Paano tayo? Mahuhuli tayo sa ginagawa natin.
Yeah. Okay.
Ayan.
Harry Lewis. Yes, well, you have stated here, but I think they have followed kasi 1/3, pag nakakuha sila ng at least 1/3, automatic, hindi na yung dadaan sa Committee on Justice. Wala nang deliberation doon. Diretso na sa Senate yun.
Parang si Franz Castro ata yung nag-ano nun, di ba, Miss Dare?
Yeah, that was the plan. At saka last 1 minute na sa sa basketball eh. So last few seconds na eh. So they have to do it railroad talaga. Christian, may YouTube ka po? Yes, we have a YouTube pero unfortunately hindi kami hindi ba kami nakaka-live doon or I don't know. Is this live also sa YouTube, Kat?
Hindi, Miss Dare, kasi
it's okay.
Naka-pro.
Yeah, it's okay. Ayaw nga pala.
Na free lang po tong namin, StreamYard. Dito muna tayo.
Yes, oo. Wala pa kaming fund para pang update doon. Yung fund is para pa lang sa verification ng Meta. Thank you nga pala sa mga nag-donate, na nagbigay ng tulong kasi yung fund na yun talaga is para sa verification ng Meta kasi we really wanted to protect this page kasi lots of work talaga and research have been done and interconnected lahat ang mga posts. So, we really wanted to protect this page. And pag may verification ka kasi, mapoprotektahan talaga siya, diba? And by the way, I am with Kat, and Kat is part of Dare to Ask. Si Kat ang nakikita niyo gumagawa ng mga infographics and all those kind of presentation there. It's from Kat. Si Kat yung nagta-translate ng mga figures into better presentation. Yes. And sayang, Kat, no? Mamamit mo. Can you say that? Yes, you will meet PRD at some point.
So, busy. Busy sa page.
Yeah.
Sorry. Next time.
Okay, so ay wow, live sila. Shout out mga Mars. Claire.
Hi, Jamaica.
Hi, Claire. Si Gigi. Inday is playing with her ears. Haha. Yes, alam mo, di ba G, parang I call her gay, but Gigi is also nice. Kasi why would Inday Sara really, bakit niya sasabihin yun, di ba? Na parang, I'm really seriously planning, considering, di ba parang, bakit niya sasabihin yun, di ba? Tingin ko lang parang deliberate siya. But anyway, ang tingin ko kasi dyan, anyway, I think Senate kasi mukhang may chance, well, they have adjourned, tapos hindi nila tinakal yung impeachment. But then again, as per Senator Coco, they can still convene, provided that all senators would allow. So kung all, hindi majority but all, sinabi niya, so alam na natin na hindi sila magko-convene before June 2, 'di ba? Yeah, hate naming mga taga Lapu-Lapu City ang congresswoman na pumirma. Yeah, well, how many of them nga?
Sino yan?
215. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
dun sila na-trigger, Jamaica. Tingin ko, no, parang, kasi imagine if tatakbo siya, what does it mean for them? 'Di ba? Gusto mong tumakbo. Let's impeach para hindi ka na kasi if she will be convicted sa Senate, hindi siya disqualified siyang tumakbo. But anyway, I think the Filipino people will not just allow this sitting down, titingnan lang natin yung mangyayari to. Not nahulog sila sa patibong ni Sarah. What do you expect from the hungry and greedy house of reptiles? Oh, wow. Well, another thing is, alam mo kasi, Kat, di ba, Kat, when we have prepared yung 300 billion ng DPWH, di ba? Yeah, yung DPWH, talagang,
BTR.
yeah, 300 billion. Yung 300 billion insertions ng pet projects sa DPWH, according to the section 6 ng veto message ng GAA, under yun sa conditional implementation. So, parang conditional implementation kasi kung kaya daw i-absorb ng department, but what do you give to those congressmen, congresswomen who signed, 'di ba? Signature in exchange of what? 'Di ba? Release of the projects. 'Di ba?
Pero may nag-post or yung na-take down si Miss Lorraine, si Doc Lorraine, may post siya about that. Yung about dun sa hatian.
Yeah.
Nakita ko yun kanina. Kaso, nawala na yung page ni Doc Lorraine.
Yan nga eh. Sana yung page natin. But anyway, Doc Lorraine has, she can still express, but that is really bad, And for all the social media personalities, yung mga maisog nating mga comrades, Joey Cruz, Crisette, Miss MJ, Attorney Trixie,
Attorney Glenn Chong.
Attorney Glenn. These people have been fighting for this country for a very long time, since PRRD, before PRRD's time. As in, they have been there. Kumbaga, nakita na nila. Sanay na to sa laban eh. Sanay na sila sa laban. So, it's really, really, I'm very happy na pumunta sa ng Supreme Court, but although we cannot expect much also. And ganda ng speech ni Crisette, no?
Oo nga, Mister. Sobrang yung on point.
Yes. Of course, Crisette is a writer, so she's really very eloquent.
Sobra.
And she has this way of saying things and writing words na talagang, alam mo yung tipong, ito yung iniisip ko eh. Parang ang ganda basahin kasi ito yung nasa puso at so yung nasa isipan ko at nasusulat na mababasa mo sa kanya. Harry, si Inday kasi strategic kagaya ng tatay niya. Well, yes, alam naman natin, di ba? And Inday, she always, mayroon siyang SWOT analysis. So, strength, weakness, ano pa ba?
Miss Eats. Hi, Miss Eats.
Miss Eats is here?
Opo.
Oh, hello, Miss Eats. Eto, nakapag-live kami ni Kat. Mabilisan lang din to.
Si Miss Der. Hindi niya na-post yung mga gusto niyang i-post.
Yes, okay. So, okay. So, I think we can cover, where do we start, Kat? Let's start with Jerville, Kat.
Nasa Luistro. Yung budget.
Okay. Can we start with, Jerville?
Sige, wait lang, Mister. Ko lang, yung video. Ito.
Madeline? Okay. Gosh, it's so satisfying to see the outrage of the constituents who signed for BP. Yes.
Mr. Chair, I confirm that there was a...
Okay, wait, Kat. Okay, guys. So let's watch ngayon yung video ni Jervil. Actually, I just posted this kanina. Let's see, Miss Itza, you're a lawyer. You should know, right? Let's see how cunning kung paano dineliver ni Representative Luistro yung statements niya at saka yung pagtatanong niya.
Ito yung favorite ng mga dilawan siya, tsaka yung mga Talianos.
Yes, because she's a combination of a real like a Delima blood and Aromualdez loyalty, right? Ayan. So we're going to watch a video of Jervil Luistro. Ito yung OVP confidential hearing noong November 11. Okay? So, tinatanong niya dito yung OVP staff, yung budget officer ng OVP. And this budget officer is a career official, meaning yung hindi siya coterminus. Nandyan talaga siya sa OVP. Okay, can we watch Kat?
Okay, Mr. Play ko na.
Yes, let's start.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I confirm that there was a request to DBM for the augmentation of fund of OVP in August FY 2022.
May we know, sir, how long have you been connected to the OVP?
I have been with OVP since 2014, since former Vice President Binay, ma'am. Mr.
Vice
Chair.
President Binay. So I believe that you are in the best position to answer whether during the time of Vice President Leni Robredo, mayroon din po bang confidential fund nung time ni Vice President Leni Robredo?
There was no confidential fund during the term of Vice President Leni Robredo.
There was no confidential fund during the time of Vice President Leni Robredo. How about during the time of Vice President Jejomar Binay?
I am not a budget officer during that time, ma'am, so I have no knowledge. But per records, I think earlier years of his term, meron pong confidential fund.
Would you be able to enlighten us how many times did Vice President Binay requested for confidential funds during his term?
I cannot give definite answer, ma'am, but upon checking the documents available in the office, there was a series of correspondences regarding confidential fund. However, there is also correspondences reflecting to return or to revert back the release of confidential fund.
There are sources which say that Vice President Jejomar Binay had confidential fund only once.
Can you stop there, Kat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop ko.
Yeah, sinabi ni Luistro na there are sources who would say that Binay had only once. Alam mo kung ikaw isang lawyer with the caliber of Luistro as yung pinapakita niya, why would you say there are sources who would say? Why would you not say that as per DBM record or as per record of an official government office? 'Di ba? Bakit hindi mo sabihin kung ano yung source? Why would you say, as sources would say? Why would you ask that? Why would you state that, di ba? Bakit hindi mo sabihin kung saan galing yung source?
Yun nga.
Di ba? Okay, can we proceed?
But of course, this is subject to your verification.
I will check, Madam Mr. Chair.
I wish to go back to Ms. Villa Del Rey, but I would not mind, Kevin, if you will continue answering my questions. She's temporarily out. Would it be correct to say, sir, since there are no confidential funds during the time of Vice President Robredo, and Vice President Jejomar Binay only had once, would it be correct to say that
Can
the
you stop there,
career
Kat?
official...
1 second.
Yes, sinabi niya once only, right?
Apo.
First, previously, few seconds ago, she asked na, sources would say na may confidential funds si Binay once only. But she said, but it's up for you to verify that. If it is for verification, why would you then state that VP Binay, with just the statement that she just said right now, na only once, it is with some kind of like, parang may certainty, parang it's like a conclusive statement na sinabi niya only had once, 'di ba? Sinabi niya na only had once, 'di ba? Kanina, sources would say na may once, but okay, you verify that. But now she is really saying that only once, 'di ba? So again, it's false because may dalawang confidential funds si Binay. One in 2012 and one in 2014. 6 million each for 2012 and 6 million for 2014. Okay, let's proceed, Kat.
Of Vice President of the Office of the OVP during the time of Vice President Sara are not used or inexperienced with respect to confidential fund.
I would agree, Mr. Chair. However, we are always guided by certain circulars or guidelines.
And if you agree that the career officials are inexperienced with respect to confidential fund, there being no confidential fund during the time of the former vice presidents,
Alright.
Okay.
in particular, Robredo
Nena.
and Binay.
Yeah, okay. Stop there, please. I see what she did there. Sabi ni Miss Eats, these are leading questions. Luiso has no caliber level. Well, coming from a lawyer, 'di ba? So, you see what she did there? Did you hear what she did there? Sabi niya, okay, given daw na, so sinasabi niya na yung mga career officials daw walang experience handling the confidential funds, given that the former vice presidents, Robredo and Binay, had no confidential funds. Did you see yung transition niya? Una, sources would say, once lang daw may confidential funds si Binay. After a few seconds, sinabi niya na Binay had only once. And then another, after a few seconds again, sinabi niya na there was none. Binay had no confidential fund.
Grabe, no? Grabe siya
Nakita mo yung pagmanipula ng, I mean, tell me, Kat, am I just assuming? What do you think? Guys, what do you think? You have listened, di ba?
Grabe.
She is a lawyer. Do you think she would miss this kind of information or details na parang nagbiglang nag-transition siya? Para bang napansin ko na to, parang minsan siguro pag kinat kasi itong mga, yung pag kinat yung mga videos na to, tapos ang ikat dito is yung VP Robredo and Binay had no confidential funds. Paano kung may mga tao mag-cut ng video na to at yun lang ipaparinig sa mga tao? Wala palang confidential funds si Robredo, wala palang confidential funds si Binay. First time talaga kay Inday Sara may confidential funds. Grabe talaga to si Inday Sara. Is that the objective? Why she would say that? Like, is this a deliberate lie, omission of facts, just to state that only Inday Sara had confidential funds? Is this it, Miss Luistro? Diba? Diba parang, grabe.
Hinga,
Oh,
mister.
sabi ni Miss Eats, they are deliberate to mislead. Lawyers do that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, tayo nakikita natin, 'di ba? I think, yeah. Nene, siya just returned home. I hope you're all doing well. Hi, Nene. Christian, the fact that she hid her husband from the law, her lawyer title is gone. Oy, Christian. You're so noisy.
Yan.
You're so noisy, Christian. Okay, can we continue? To the end na rin to eh.
Be correct to say that it is the confidential officials of Vice President Duterte who are experienced with respect to confidential funds.
I have no information, Mr. Chair, with regard to the experience of the coterminous or confidential employees of this administration.
See? Pinapakita niya na experienced. That is a leading, statement actually, 'di ba? Ang ganda pa naman ng attire ni Congresswoman.
Para
Don,
siyang
you're so
lilipad.
noisy. No, Don is not being noisy. Don is just being very, very kind.
Para siyang si Stella pag nagsusuot ng ganyan. 'Di ba ganyan din si Stella
Yes,
pag
oo, hindi bagay. I'm sorry. You see, I mean, did you hear that? I mean, at ito ang prosecutor, ha? Against VP Sara, okay, sa Senate. But alam mo, ano siya how do you call that? Para siyang sa house kasi, dahil wala naman silang proper court na sinusunod, anong tawag dyan? Parang nagsha-shine siya sa committee hearings, di ba? Kasi wala namang lawyer or wala namang from the defense na objection, Your Honor. Wala namang ganun. So if she is asking or leading questions, okay lang. Kung hindi siya sumusunod sa rules of evidence, okay lang. Kasi sila lang naman. Sino ba makasama niya doon, di ba? Wala namang nag-challenge sa isa't isa sa kanila eh. Pag sinabing, I move to cite in contempt, I move to do this, hearing no objections, di ba? Motion is carried.
True. Anyways.
Yeah. Claire, guys, have you read Sir Jay Sonza post na void ab initio? Okay. I have not read it yet, but if siguro will have to let's hear from the legal luminaries, kung ano yung mga opinion nila. Kung meron mang ganyan, let's hear from those people with from the legal minds, kasi sila yung makapagbigay talaga ng legal opinion about that. And if that's so, then let's see, it will be challenged. Okay, Kat, can we go to Kat? Ano ba? Sa house budget na, no? Okay, let's go to the house budget.
Yung favorite mo, mister. Ayun na yung favorite mo. Yung dalawang favorite mo pala.
Well, alam mo si Sec Mina, actually, she's nice, but I'm sorry, but I don't know. She's a very respectful and respecting the wisdom of Congress. Yeah. Okay, so sa house budget. So they're questioning these people, these congressmen who signed the impeachment of VP Sara are accusing her of mishandling of public funds, questionable use of public funds. Pero sila sa House of Representatives, look at them, look at their budget, diba? Look at their budget. Sa pagdating ni from the start of Martin Romualdez, 'di ba? Look at their budget. In 2022 nag-increase ng 6 billion. Okay. In 2023 tumaas ng 12 billion. Okay? Then 2024 may 12 billion ulit. And 2025 17 billion. An increase. And take note, in 2023 as per COA audit report, meron silang 18 billion, 'di ba? Meron silang 18 billion sa we will present that sa bank. May cash in bank sila, may cash on hand and cash in bank sila na 18 billion sa ang House of Representatives. On top of that, kahit may 18 billion sila na cash, nagdagdag pa rin sila ng 12 billion in 2024. Saan ang hustisya? These people are increasing their budget without questions, without justification, without scrutinization, without public deliberation, without public presentation ng kanilang budget. Hindi ba nakakagalit yan?
Saan napupunta yung mga excess budget nila?
Yes, okay. Saan napupunta yung mga excess budget nila? Can we go to that other maintenance cut? Okay. Sa screen, makikita ninyo. Itong other maintenance and operating expenses or OMOE, ito, makikita nyo, we have 3 columns here, 4. May NEP, nakalagay ang proposed, then yung GAA, approved, Then the COA, ito yung actual. Okay? Kung mapapansin ninyo, for example, in 2023, let's start with that. Merong proposed na 1.4 billion. Guys, nakikita nyo ba? Siguro malinaw naman siya, 'di ba?
Sa NEP muna tayo, guys.
Yes. Sa NEP, okay, so may year 2025 down to 2016, the NEP, yung proposed budget. In 2023, may 1.4 billion na proposed budget. Pagdating sa GAA, naging 2.9 billion pagdating sa GAA. Okay? So that is an increase of 1.5 billion. Tinaasan nila pagdating sa GAA. Pagdating sa COA, ito yung actual na expense. Naging 5.8 billion ang actual expenses nila. Okay?
Mobra. Dun sa ano.
Grabe yung pagtaas. Halos dumoble yung yung approved budget nila. Pagdating sa actual, tumaas. Pero walang sinasabi ang COA nito. Walang red flag sa COA ito. Wala kang makikita sa audit observation nito. So makikita ninyo na tumaas ng magkano increase from GAA to COA. That is how much, Kat?
2.858 billion or 96%.
Yeah.
Tama ba sa 2023?
Yeah, 2023. Sabi ni Mark, sana sa susunod may pang-highlight. That's true. Paano ba i-highlight yan?
Oo nga. Pasensya na,
Yeah.
hindi namin alam.
Yes.
Next time.
Next time, let's see.
Sa 2024.
So, imagine, tumaas ang approved budget lang 2.9. Tapos pagdating sa GAA, naging 5.8. Tumaas ng 2.8 billion. Halos dumoble yung actual expense nila ng OMOE. Ano bang nakapaloob ng OMOE na to, Kat? Ano ba yung,
Kita ba?
hindi siguro na mababasa, no? Pero sabihin na lang natin. So, yung sa OMOE na to, ang mga nakapaloob dito ay what?
Ay.
Yung SONA expenses. SONA. Kaya
Naalala
yung 20,
ba nila yung 20 million budget sa SONA nung nakaraan?
yes,
Yun.
exactly. Kaya naman 20 million, barya-barya lang yan, Kat, di ba?
Sa
Ano pa
nila,
dyan?
5.8 billion pesos.
Yes.
Noong 2023. Oversight committees for various undertakings like meetings, ocular inspections, and other operating expenses necessary in the exercise of its mandate. SONA-related expenses. The next, expenses incurred during various committee office meetings.
Yes. So, yung sa mga yung sa mga, how do you call this? Sa mga hearings, investigations, dito kinukuha nila yung
Mga
budget para doon.
Quadcom, Tricom, dito na
Yes.
kinukuha yung budget.
Yeah.
Only Tricom tayo ngayon. Tsaka Quadcom.
Yes. Kasi budget is, sky is the limit, diba? So,
ilan ba budget nila for 2025? 4.3 billion pesos.
oo. Pero di ba yung Quadcom nagsimula in 2024? Can we see the 2024, Kat?
Ating na.
So yung
3 billion.
Okay, 3.4 billion. So, since wala pa namang COA report, hindi pa natin alam kung ano yung actual. Pero, one can just imagine kung magkano yung itataas dyan. Diba? And, can we show the graph, Kat, para makita nila? So, tingnan nyo guys. Yung blue, ito yung proposed. Ito yung galing sa, ito yung proposed budget. Yung red, galing sa DBM, yes, galing sa executive. Yung red, Sila rin yung propose yung HOR. Tapos,
Ah.
yung red, ito yung approved. 'Di ba? Yung green, yan yung actual expense per
Non-adjusted
COA.
naman.
So, just with that graph na nakikita ninyo, kung paano lumobo yung expense nila. Again, yung green, yan yung approved, ayan yung actual budget. So, an expense of other miscellaneous and operating expenses, tumaas ng 2.9 billion. Tapos parang wala lang, parang, and mind you guys, meron silang liquidation by certification through concurrent resolution number 10. So, how much of these 5.835 billion in 2023 were liquidated through or by certification? We don't know. Kasi, wala naman tayong nakikita nga, 'di ba? That's why grabe yung panawagan sa kanila to show their liquidation, but of course we are not being heard. I mean, we cannot expect the House of Representatives, the Congress of the Philippines. By the way, when you say Congress, ang ibig sabihin po kasi ng Congress, dalawa yan, House and Senate. So when you say Congress, you're referring both to the House and Senate. Okay? So, sa billion of increase nito, sino ang maging accountable? Sino ang sasagot? Ang daming taong nananawagan sa kanila, pero yun nga siguro, tama nga siguro, Kat, pagganid, manhid talaga. Kasi,
Wala na talaga, Miss There. Ngayon pa nga lang eh.
wala, parang ano lang sila, no? Parang wala silang pansin, 'di ba? Parang nagrally ang INC, panawagan para itigil ang impeachment. Yeah, in support also of BBM's call. Pero yes, I was thinking talaga, pahupain? Sorry. Pasensya na, Bisaya kasi ako, kaya parang baka naghalo na yung salita ko. But, they will just let it die down a little, yung panawagan. Pero, who would believe na hindi nakaplanado yan? Kaya, parang...
Feeling ko hindi planado kasi yung unang-unang nagpumirma dun yung anak ni yung BP. si Sandro.
Yeah. Sabi ni Harry, guys, grabe pera nilusay nila tapos uutang ulit. Oh, you're correct, Harry. Alam mo, and not only that, we're talking about their budget, nakikita mo? We're talking about their generous budget. Isa lang ito, 'di ba? Meron pa silang congressional budget insertion sa DPWH. Na hundreds of billions naman. Okay? So, everybody happy talaga. Nene, kapal at manhid are the words. Yes, you are correct. Judy, pwede pala na yung mag-exceed sila sa GAA. Well, sila kasi yung batas so pwede para sa kanila. Pero of course for us, it's... Judy, alam mo, kung nasa isang committee hearing pa to, katakot-takot, kung nangyari to sa ibang ahensya, katakot-takot na tanungan na to. Sasabihin na siguro, Mr. Secretary or Madam Secretary, justify to us what happened, why are your expenses have doubled in this specific expense, 'di ba? Katakot-takot na scrutinization ang gagawin na nito, 'di ba? Bakit dumoble yung expense niyo pagdating sa COA? Ito lang yung approved tapos biglang dumoble halos yung COA, yung actual expense niyo. Pero again, since wala silang budget hearing, wala silang presentation, wala
nag-scrutinize ng budget nila, walang
yes. Diba? So, walang hustisya, Judy. Wala talaga. I mean, we can expect that from other departments, pero sa kanila wala. Harry, Maharlika Fund, DBP, Land Bank, PhilHealth, Gold Bars, so utang na naman. Yes, they have to borrow money kasi para tustusan yung luho, kumbaga. How else can you say that, diba? And, I'm very... Alam mo, Kat, lalo, Kat, di ba, nakikita natin yung unprogrammed appropriations. Ito,
Ayun,
ito guys.
wait,
Yeah.
ayan na natin. I hear.
Yeah. Kung mapapansin ninyo yung program appropriations, during the time of Duterte, 0, 0, walang increase yan. Pero although in 2022 may nagkaroon ng 251 billion increase. Actually, kung makikita ko si PRD, I will really ask him about this. PRD, what? I know the details of this. Nag-transfer din yung mga kongresista from the program to unprogrammed. And I will ask him, why did you allow this? Although ito kasi time to kasi ng ng COVID, kaya may
Oo.
mga programs and projects
Pandemic.
na nilagay muna sa unprogrammed appropriations para standby siya. But you look at 2023, from 588 naging 807. Okay? And then 2024, ito yung biggest talaga din in terms of amount. Tumaas niya ng 443. Again, last night, I went live. Lahat ng mga big ticket infrastructure projects nilagay nila sa unprogrammed appropriations. You see, etong nasa screen.
Nandito. This one. DOTR.
Yeah, sa DOTR, yung project para sa infrastructure preparation, preparation and innovation, mayroong binabaan nila ng 2.8 billion. Yung MRT3 rehabilitation, binabaan nila ng 1.2 billion. Ang proposed is 3. Ang proposed is 2.5, binigyan lang ng 1.3. Ang Metro Manila Subway, ito. Dito talaga ako nagagalit eh. As in, nakakagalit talaga ito kasi this subway, di ba, after 50 long years, ang daming effort nito, Marcos Sr. pa, may pangarap na ganyan. It was only during Duterte's time, and in fairness to Sec Art to God, talaga na grabing effort din ito, nasimulan yung subway during the Duterte administration. Meron tong 488 billion ang budget ng kabuuan nito. 315 plus galing sa utang. Okay? So far, may 2 loan na na-sign about dito. Yung subway na to, is called the Project of the Century. Project of the Century. Paano bang maka-experience ng subway yung mga Pilipino, di ba? In 2024, may budget to siya na 68 billion. Anong ginawa ng Congress na yan in 2024? Zinero nila ang subway. Zero budget. 68 billion proposed, zero budget. Zinero nila ang subway. Nilipat nila sa unprogrammed appropriations. Hindi ba pagtataksil yan sa bayan? Hindi ba sobrang ganid, gahaman ng mga nasa Congress? Public office is public trust. How can we trust them, diba? Tingnan mo, subway, the project of the century. As per JICA study, merong 3.2 billion every single day na economic losses because of the congested traffic congestion ng Metro Manila. Once matapos yung subway na yan, magkakaroon ng 2.5 billion a day cut. 2.5 billion and everyday economic benefits. Kung matatapos na yung subway na yan.
Sa
Yes.
Sa Metro Manila.
Yes. And yung subway na yan, ikaw Kat, nadaanan mo na yan, di ba? Tingin mo.
Malapit lang sa aming station.
Yeah.
Kaso parang na-stop, parang walang gumagawa every time na dumadaan ako doon. Parang wala nang gumagawa. Unlike before na hanggang madaling araw, talagang open lahat yung lights nung nagko-construct dun sa subway. Ngayon wala na eh. Nakasarado pa yung
Of course, kasi walang funding eh. Ang ginawa nila sa subway in 2024, zeroed out, nilipat sa unprogrammed appropriations. Alam mo, paulit-ulit na lang ako nito, pero kahit paulit-ulit ako, hindi ako magsasawang paulit-ulit na sasabihin na
Nasa railway siya. Yan, Metro Manila Subway Project Phase 1. Yan,
Yes.
zero siya talaga.
zero. Nakikita mo? Zero. Ginawa lang zero. Kasi nga, at saka nilipat nila sa unprogrammed appropriations, tinambakan nila ang unprogrammed appropriations. When you say unprogrammed appropriations, ito yung mga standby appropriations. Wala pang pondo, wala pang pera. Ito yung mga, hindi mga priority. Kasi nga, standby lang siya eh. Kung magkaroon ng savings ang gobyerno, kung may loan na malalabas, kung merong additional tax, mapupunduhan yung mga projects na to. So kung ang mga projects nilalagay mo sa unprogrammed appropriations, ang ibig sabihin, hindi priority. Hindi hindi siya very important. Kasi, nilagay mo siya doon sa walang pondo. Anong ginawa nila? Anong ginawa ng mga magagaling natin na kongresista at senador? Nilagay nila ang subway sa unprogrammed appropriations. Okay, hindi priority ang subway. Hindi priority ang subway.
Kaya
Nilagay
nagkaroon
nila.
their fiscal space ba tawag doon?
Yes. So pag nung nilipat nila yung mga foreign assisted na to, na zero out, nagkaroon ngayon ng espasyo para maipasok nila ang kanilang mga pet projects. Para yung mga DPWH na maliliit na project, yung mga ayuda nila, pinasok nila para mapunduhan, na prioritize ang pet projects, na prioritize ang mga ayuda. Kasi nga, ang mga very important ones, nilipat nila sa unprogrammed appropriations. 'Di ba? Hindi ba panggagago yan sa Pilipino? Hindi ba niloloko nila yung taong bayan sa ganyan? Hindi ba taksil sa kapakanan ng bayan yan? Hindi ba pangloloko yan? Pambababoy? Hindi ba pambabalahura yan? Nagagawin nila yung ganyan? Nagpapasasa sila sa bilyon-bilyong pera ng taong bayan ng Pilipinas? Wala silang accountability? And the audacity of these people to impeach the Vice President of the Philippines with 30 million votes, with some issues that are not yet final, under appeal sa Commission on Audit, may Supreme Court pa, she is facing them, she is responding to them, she is answering. And yet they are demonizing her for these issues na gawa-gawa din naman nila. Tapos i-impeach nila, tapos magsasayang naman sila ng bilyon-bilyon. Tapos yung subway, walang budget. Nasaan ang hustisya dyan, Kat? 'Di ba nakakagalit? Nakakagalit, 'di ba?
Sobra.
And they're acting with impunity. They're acting with impunity. No one, kasi nakakalusot sila eh. Kasi ang mga Pilipino, parang nagtitiis lang sa ngayon. Hindi ko alam, nagtitiis lang ba tayo? Ayaw ba natin, well,
Yung mostly kasi yung iba parang di nila naiintindihan din yung budget process, Miss There. Kasi parang gusto ng mga politiko natin na hindi ipaintindi sa kanila kung ano talaga nangyayari, ano yung budget process, ganito yung ginagawa namin sa pera nyo.
yeah, exactly. You're correct. Hindi nga nila ini-educate yung mga tao. At saka, tingin ko lang din ha. Maraming mga I'm sorry?
Puro ayuda rin, Miss There. Parang yun yung pinagtatapal nila dun sa ginagawa nila. Oh, meron naman kaming ayuda sa inyo eh. Okay na yan.
Exactly. And alam mo, and I also think maraming kongresista at senador na hindi rin nakakaintindi ng process ng budget. Tingin ko lang. Hindi rin na naiintindihan. May mga kongresista tayo at mga senador siguro na hindi rin naiintindihan yung budget process. Yung paggalaw ng NEP, sa GAA, paggalaw sa programmed appropriations to unprogrammed appropriations, parang tingin ko hindi rin na naiintindihan yan. So, ang gagawin na, pirma lang sila ng pirma.
Parang yung spokesperson ng BICAM.
Yes, BBM, yes.
Mostly
Yes.
nga, kasi mostly yung mga, pag sa mga kongresista, hindi naman nila lahat. Pero mostly, di ba yung iba artista, or, nga artista ka, pero hindi mo na pag-aralan yung isang bagay, kung paano mag-budget process, ganyan.
Yeah.
Kasi talagang wala lang, okay lang, may kongresista ko. Ganun.
Yeah. And kaya Kat, nakakagalit talaga eh. Kasi yung ayuda, 'di ba? Like si
Ayun.
Martin, like like si Martin na yan.
It's like, ito.
Alam nyo, yung ayuda na yan, lalo na yung AKAP na yan, Kat, di ba? Siningit yan sa 2024 BICAM. Okay? At that time, ang chairperson pa ng Senate Committee on Finance, si Angara, at saka si Zubiri naman yung Senate President. Nagpasalamat pa nga dyan si Martin eh. Siningit yung BICAM. Oh, I have few minutes left na lang. But anyway, siningit yan sa BICAM. 26.7 billion. Alam mo, kaya nga sana, Senator Amy can do much more if she will just be sincere enough. Ang problema kasi, hanggang doon lang siya ang tingin ko lang naman ito ang tingin ko kasi kay Senator Amy, above anything else, is to protect BBM, yung interest ng BBM. Kaya nag-deliver siya ng privileged speech about the BICAM issue, para pa sabihin na, hindi naman si BBM may problema yun yung Congress the Congress where I belong. Diba? If she will just be sincere enough, talaga, natutuo sa puso niya talaga, na gusto niya ng kailangan i-expose niya, kailangan pangalanan niya si Martin. Okay?
Kasi
sa AKAP na yan. Yeah.
Hindi niya kaya. Puro lang siya salita.
Yeah. Exactly, parang, si Senator but I must say na kahit na paano na, kaya nga napaka-tricky. Parang ang cunning kasi, napaka-tricky kasi bakit? Parang, okay, she's doing something like this, pero hindi buo. Alam mo yun? Parang, okay, investigation sa AKAP. It's good. It's good, and I would have to give credit on her sa kanya about that. Pero kung pahapyaw-hapyaw lang yan at hindi niya ma-pinpoint si Martin, wala rin. Parang budol lang din siya. Alam mo yun? But I don't want play safe. Sana, I don't want to how they say that? Ayaw ko magsalita ng tapos about that. But alam niyo yung AKAP na yan, guys. Ang napag-usapan lang AKAP, okay? Pero may mga nakakatago kasi dyan. Si Martin, may program siya na Sibol. What is it, Kat?
Sibol, ISIP, and card.
Yes.
And
Yung tatlong...
Diba?
Ha?
Yung fish, about sa fishery and sa mga
yun? Ang farm naman, galing yun sa AIX.
Sa
alam mo yung tatlong programs na yan, hindi ko alam kung nabanggit na ba yan sa Senate hearing ng AKAP. Yung tatlong programs na yan, yung tatlong programs na yan, si Martin yung main proponent. Okay? Kaya tingnan mo yung mga page niya. It's not only AKAP. Ang AKAP may sub-3 programs. Okay? Sibol, ISIP at saka card na yan. Ang pondo para sa tatlong yan, kinuha yan sa AKAP. Okay? Kinuha yan sa AKAP. So, if Senator Amy magpakatotoo talaga siya, kasi ano sabihin niya yan? Yes, Hardy, marami actually nagsasabi na it's a pork barrel talaga. Sana nga may mag-challenge yan sa Supreme Court eh. Alam niyo, sa totoo lang, sa mga nangyari ngayon, di ba? Lawfare yung ginagamit nila di ba? Mga Dutertes, kinakaso niya si Inday, tapos may legal cases pa yan, may ombudsman pa yan later on. Sa House, sa Senate, wala nga nagko-question sa kanila. So the only way is for us talaga dapat nadalhin sa Supreme Court. So that's why we're very happy na si Attorney Vic at saka si Kong pumunta sila, nag-petition sila sa Supreme Court. I think that's really the best way that we can do. Kailangan, wala na tayong iba mapuntahan ni. Parang, okay, we should elect the right senators, the right congressmen. Pero, ang tingin ko kasi in terms of voters education, malayo pa tayo. Okay? Realistically speaking, malayo pa tayo. So, medyo, in terms of pagbabago sa pagboto, medyo malayo pa tayo. But that's why, dyan tayo may magagawa. Guys, let us do something. Kasi, everything is about numbers. It's a numbers game. Sa House, sa Senate. Kaya yung, ngayon na file na yung impeachment at na-transmit na sa Senate, we really have to have the numbers in the Senate. kailangan talaga natin magkaroon ng number sa Senate. And for us to do that, kailangan tulungan natin yung mga senators natin, mga senatoriables natin sa PDP.
Mm-mm.
Si Kong Marcoleta, si Attorney Vic, let's help talaga. It's not enough that we are in the social media, nag-comment tayo, nag-like tayo, nag-share tayo. It's not enough. And dear OFWs, please help. Kasi kayo, as nabasa ko yung kay Chris, at parang may power of the purse na kayo rin eh. Di ba? Parang, because you are sending money to your family members sa Philippines. Please, talk to them. We can do something. Meron pa tayong ngayon, February, March, April. Tulad ng ginawa natin, di ba, during PRD's time, kahit saan pumunta sa PRD, yung iba nag-contribute ng pera, may mga bowlers, may mga tarpaulins. Please po, magtulungan tayo. Let's do this talaga. Kasi it's about numbers game.
Kaya kasi mag-start yung impeachment sa June ba, Miss Bear?
Yeah, ang sabi ng Senate, they will have to tackle that sa June. Pero, it means kung June, may bago ng composition ng Senate, di ba?
At 12 ng ano. Kaya
Although,
guys, boto nyo.
pero Kat ha, kasi ang sabi nga ni Coco Pimentel, pero kung posible pa rin namang masimulan yung impeachment na yan bago ang June 2, kung mag-convene ang Senate, kung mag-approve lahat ng senators. Pero of course, Bongo and Padilla and
Bato.
De La Rosa, Bato, and even Aimee. I think, of course, si Aimee, I don't expect Aimee, lalabanan talaga niya yung impeachment na yan. Kasi, hindi, lalabanan talaga niya yung impeachment na yan.
Let's see.
Yeah. Deng. Yes, tulad dati kung hindi Duterte, walang remittance. Yeah. Yeah, ang galing sa June tapos na ang election. Yes, Jackie, yun nga eh, but we need to have the numbers in the Senate. At Andy, OFW from Hong Kong, double time tayo na kumbinsin. Yes, correct. You are correct. And kailangan natin magtulungan. We cannot rely on Attorney Vic na mag-campaign on his own. No, we really have to do something. We have to help him. Kung Marcoleta, we have to help them. And may magagawa kasi tayo talaga eh. Yung alab ng puso natin, yung galit natin na nararamdaman, we should translate this in May 2025 elections. Paano nyo nasabi, Mr. na lalabanan nga ni? What I mean by that is, she will vote against. Kasi wala naman siya magawa na na-transmit na sa Senado eh. Parang, and they have the constitutional duty if she gets elected. Ito pa, Judy, if she gets elected. Pero if she gets, pag wala na siya. Pero if she gets elected, I think she will vote against. Tingin ko lang ha. OFWs, huwag nyo iboto ang OFW party list. Yes, yung mga nasa listahan ng mga nag-sign, ipakalat natin yun, i-share nyo yun, i-identify nyo kung sino yung congressman o congresswoman ninyo na bumoto, tapos ikalat nyo yun.
per district, no, Miss Bear?
Yeah, maganda yun. Yeah.
From Visayas, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, para makita agad nila, ito yung namin, congressman namin.
Yeah.
Kasi nakakalito talaga yung pinost nila. Yung iba parang doktor pa yung nagsulat.
Yeah. Can we go over sa ibang mga ayuda? So we have the AKAP na tumaas. Can you go back please? So yung AKAP tumaas nagkaroon ng 26.159 billion for 2025. Ang AIX may 44.75 billion. Okay, then next. Ang DOLE na tupad, magkano Kat? Ang approved?
18.289 billion.
Okay, and next?
Papicture lang at pagwalis-walis lang. Meron ka ng 6,000. Hindi ko alam, 6,000 or 7,000 pesos.
Yes.
Then, yung MAIP.
MAIP is from what government agency? Department of Health. Yes, how much Kat?
41.160 billion pesos. Ito yung mga pinapamigay din nila ng mga Yung parang meron silang ano, 'di ba, mister, yung letter.
Yes.
Letter.
May letter of recommendation.
Ayun. Dito pumapasok yun.
Yeah. And next, Kat, ano, meron pa ba? Yung farm, hindi natin lagay, no? Yung farm.
Oo,
Yung,
wala pa tayo
oh,
nun.
yung AIX, kinukuha din sa AIX, yun, pinamimigay din ni Martin yun.
Mm.
Well, what is this? Ito yung sa Department of,
Yung foreign assisted.
yeah, yung foreign assisted. Yung 47, what is this 47 again? That is our,
DPWH foreign assisted. Ito naman DOT.
yes. Yes, yung DPWH naman na foreign assisted projects, nagpo-post yung government ng 70.7 billion. Ang inapprove lang ng Congress, binigyan lang ng Congress ng 23 billion. Binawasan nila ng 47 billion ang mga big ticket foreign assisted projects. At ito pa guys, ito ha, ano ang mangyayari pag hindi mo ginamit o inavail yung loan para sa mga foreign assisted projects na ito? Magbabayad ang gobyerno, tayong mga Pilipino, ng commitment fees, ng prolongation cost, ng consultancy services, kasi ang proyekto, kumbaga, how do you say that? Parang nakatenga lang. Alam mo yun? Hindi na pondohan. So yung commitment fees, tumatakbo
Yung
yun.
ano lang, yung parang mga, anong tawag dito, yung dun sa pag-utang, yun lang yung binabayaran natin.
Yes. Yes, ayun. We have the may principal kasi yun, tapos may
Interest.
commitment fees. The commitment fees kasi, ito yung halimbawa si JICA or si ADB, nag-sign na kayo ng loan. Okay, ito yung loan na ibigay namin sa inyo, 300 billion. So, dapat gamitin niyo yung loan na yan. Ang ginawa ng gobyerno, nakasign na siya, pero hindi pa rin niya ginagamit. Kasi nga hindi niya pinupondohan yung projects. So since nakakommit na si ADB na magpapahiram siya ng pera, yung pera na alaan na niya para doon, since hindi mo ina-avail, may commitment fees ka doon na babayaran kasi parang naglaan na siya ng pera sa'yo eh. Jackie. Yes, cost of money. Correct,
Tsaka dito
Harry.
rin, di ba, Miss Derry, pumapasok yung automatic appropriation ba yun? Tama ba?
I'm sorry?
Yung automatic appropriation. Yung sa mga
Yes, sa budget. Yes, sa mga utang. Kasi yung sa gobyerno, yung sa budget natin, na halimbawa, 6.326 trillion para sa 2025.
national budget.
Oo, sa national budget natin. Sa 6.326 trillion na yan, merong mga 2 trillion dyan na automatic appropriation na siya. Meaning, yung mga interest sa utang, yung pagbabayad sa utang, local and international, domestic and foreign debts natin, automatic na yon na nakasama sa budget.
Hindi na
Bibayaran
dumadaan sa process. Tama ba,
Yes.
Miss Derry?
Yeah,
Yan.
tama. Hindi na siya dumadaan sa process ng parang nakasama siya sa national budget, isasubmit mo sa Congress, pero hindi si Congress mag-approve na, okay, bayaran natin to, hindi natin bayaran to. Wala silang ano doon. Hindi yun kasama sa legislative function nila. That is, kaya siya automatic appropriations. Alam mo, JJ, I wanted to post about that. Na-screenshot ko na yun. Magbayad na kayo ng tax, sabi ni BBM. Ang awkward siguro nun, no?
Ay, nakita ko nga, meron ba yung bagong ni Remulla na magbabayad daw pag dadaan sa EDSA?
Yeah.
Tsaka tatanggalin din daw nila yung bus lane. Bakit? Kawawa naman yung nagko-commute. Yun na nga yung pinakamabilis dyan sa EDSA.
Yeah. Wait, Jackie said, gumawa ng parang GC Teo at
Yung meron nga doon, Miss Bear. Meron siyang nakapin doon sa profile niya. Pwede ka doon pumasok. Then nagpo-post si Teo po.
Yeah. Alam mo yung magagawa natin ngayon, guys. Again, continue to speak up, share kung ano yung mga of course, true information only. At kung ano yung sinima kongresista ninyo na pumimira sa impeachment, kailangan talaga natin magtulungan. We really have to help each other. This is not only about VP Inday, you know? This is about us.
Kaya gagawa ko ng mas madali nyo makita yung mga kongresista sa kada district.
Yeah, marami-rami yun, Kat, ha? 100 plus.
Name lang. Like, sa Luzon, district ng Manila.
Yes.
Pwede
Oo.
naman yung Miss Bear.
Yes, oo. Ikaw na bahala dyan. Ikaw naman magaling dyan eh.
Hindi ko na
Ikaw na
nalagyan
bahala.
ng picture nila.
Yeah. Wow. It's very overwhelming, ha? Yung mga, oh, well, but again, what do we expect, 'di ba? It's for the political survival nila. Kasi if they will not do it, I mean, ang yellows, again, as I had mentioned last night, the yellows, the reds, ano na sila, nagsama-sama na sila lahat.
Vote in na sila eh. Di
Yeah.
na nila nakikita yung tama. Basta mawala na lang yung mga Duterte dun sa sa eksena.
Yeah.
Yun ang gusto
And
nila.
and kailangan kasi, of course, tinatabunan kasi nila yung matotoong issues, 'di ba? BICAM, the signed BICAM report with blank items. At ito pa, 'di ba, Kat? We have prepared about that. Ngayon, ang pinag-uusapan lang is about the blank items ng BICAM. Pero merong isang very very questionable also na hindi nasasabi sa BICAM, na meron ding amount sa BICAM na inconsistent pagdating sa GAA. Kasi
Ay, oo.
dapat kung ano yung nakalagay sa BICAM report,
Nandito ba?
dapat yun din yung lalabas sa GAA. Kasi yun na yung ratified. May isang item under sa Department of Agriculture also, na biglang nagbago yung amount niya from BICAM to GAA. Sana nga nasama yun sa petition nila Attorney Vic eh. Kasi questionable din siya eh. So, we need to help each other. We need to help each other. This is the time that we really have to be united. We really have to campaign for maisog senatoriables at saka congressmen, congresswomen. And I hope talaga wag niyo kalimutan yung Ipanaw. Mahirap siya tandaan, 'di ba? Pero yung Ipanaw party list ni Doc Lorraine. Ipanaw, sorry, Ipanaw.
Parang yun lang lagi, Ipanaw. Party list.
Yeah, party list. Kung gusto nyo ng taong magsasalita, can you imagine, just for a moment, think about Doc Lorraine and Ka Eric being in the House of Representatives, being inside the committee hearings, being one of the members or being in the plenary. Of course, definitely they will be part of the minority. At sa House of Representatives, pag minority ka, there are priorities sa pagdating sa mga interpellation in terms of like plenary debate ng budget. They are accommodated. Tingnan mo yung mga minority na sila Brosas, sila Franz Castro, they are being accommodated. Na nauuna sila. So, that is, can you imagine Doc Lorraine being there? Speaking like how she is talking right now? And Doc Lorraine, Ka Eric? Can you imagine that? Kung ano yung sinisigaw ng puso natin, kung ano yung mga sakit na nararamdaman natin, yung mga inis na nararamdaman natin, and these very emotions, these words, itong galit na nararamdaman natin, we will be represented by Doc Lorraine and Ka Eric
And
at saka ni Attorney Marlon, diba? Sa House of Representatives. Ang party list kasi, in 2022, pag meron siya mga 2.1 million na voters, may 3 seats sila makukuha. So,
yan natin tina-target din ng Tingog eh.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Kaya nga yung Tingog, for sure mananalo sila kasi, hawak nila eh. Pero, yung mga OFWs, guys, may OFWs naman, di ba may mga OFWs naman nakikinig sa atin?
Pero marami rin namang PDP na party list. Meron pa yung bombero ba yun? Bombero something na party list ng PDP din. Tsaka yung isa pa, yung Bisaya Kagyud.
Bisaya Kagyud, si ano yun, si... Who is it? Belika.
Ay, Belika.
Yes. So, that's what we can do right now. In our own little way, sa capacity natin. Talk to your family members, yung mga friends ninyo, and by sharing information.
Ay, Duterte pa pala, Miss There.
Yeah, Duterte.
Oo pala.
Hindi nila ako sinasagot Hindi nila ako sinasagot sa post ko. Yeah. First nominee, Attorney Marlon. Yes, Judy, correct.
Duterte.
Pero alam mo, ito talaga, I really want to see Doc Lorraine and ka Eric sa house. Please, magtulungan tayo.
Silang tatlo
Let's
ng papasok.
let's bring them there, please. Kasi kung nakikita nyo kung paano umakto yung mga, they will really represent us. I mean, Doc Lorraine, I mean, for everything na she has done, di ba? Kung ano-ano nung kaso hinarap niya. But look at her. She could, alam mo, she can have a very comfortable life, di ba? Pero, why is she in this situation na nagugulo yung buhay niya? Dahil sa pagmamahal sa bayan. Di ba? Hindi rin niya kaya eh. Hindi niya kayang tiisin eh. Andun talaga yung pagmamahal sa bayan eh. And we can do something. We really can do something. And I hope na even sabihin natin, paano ba tayo makakatulong? Wala naman tayong resources. Well, we can do something by campaigning, kasi lalo pa alam naman natin yung PDP laban, wala silang pondo, 'di ba? Wala silang pera, wala silang budget. And paano mo ma-expect sila na magkaroon ng sorties everywhere? You cannot expect much, 'di ba? Kasi wala silang pondo. So instead of them na tulungan natin sila na pakilala sa mga tao din, kumbaga, na in our family, kumbaga. At saka ito pa, actually kay Philip Salvador, kasi yung PDP, hindi talaga lahat parang, like Philip Salvador, parang feeling ko, ayoko na ng artista. Kasi parang, ako kasi may disappointments nga rin ako kay Robin Padilla. Pero, yeah, but anyway, I am not, hindi pa ako very resolved ngayon dyan. But then again, okay, Attorney Jimmy Bondoc, Attorney Marcoleta, Attorney Vic, diba? We have Attorney JV. Sino pa? Diba? Of course, si Bato, si Bongo. We have to have the numbers in Senate, guys. Okay? Kung alam ko, meron ding mga pagkakulang, may kakulangan din sila, lalo na Senate. Yes, ha?
Si Doc Mata.
Doc Mata. Ay, hindi ko pa siya actually kilala. Actually, Jackie, hindi ko siya...
Doktor na Marites.
Hindi ko kasi siya, hindi ko pa alam yung mga niya, yung mga platforms of government niya. But anyway, we have to, and we should continue speaking up, expose the mutilation of the national budget ng Senate and House. Kasi, di ba, ang kakapal ng mukha nila, di ba? And especially the House of Representatives. These congressmen and congresswomen who signed the impeachment against VP Inday. For what? Ano exchange?
Kahit namin pumirma Shout out pala sa'yo.
Alam mo, ito inflation. Tataas ang mga 60 essentials na products. Tataas ngayong February. Milk, yung sardinas, yung meatloaf. Tataas yung presyo. Mataas yung presyo. Bigas. Nasaan yung 20 kilos? Nasaan yung 20 kilos na bigas? Kat? Nakakita ka na ba ng 20 kilos? Di ba? Yes. Di ba? Ang EDSA traffic pa rin. Asan yung mga bata, yung mga pinipugutan ng ulo, yung mga nire-rape? Ang drugs, proliferation of drugs. Tapos, ang solusyon nila, impeachment ng VP. I mean, we know the reason, right? Because they want to eliminate her. But, it's time for Filipino people to speak up. Mga kababayan, niloloko tayo ng House of Representatives, ng mga kongresista ninyo. Kinatay nila ang budget ng Pilipinas, kinatay nila ang pondo ng Pilipinas. Zeroed out yung mga big infrastructure projects. Zeroed out yung subway, yung sa MRT, yung sa North Rail. Gayon Tapos yung PhilHealth ninyo, yung budget ng pondo ninyo para sa kalusugan. Para sa kalusugan.
Bankrupt.
Yes, di ba sinabi ni, I haven't seen the COA report yet, pero yun nga, pero nabanggit naman yun na, sabi nga ni Associate Justice Ami Javier, na yung as per COA report, bankrupt yung PhilHealth. And anong ginawa nila? In 2023, 2024, ang House of Representatives, yung kongresista na yan na mga nag-sign ng impeachment, sila ang nag-utos sa DOF, original suggestion na 283 billion kunin pondo ng PhilHealth para tustusan o mapuntahan indirectly yung mga pet projects nila. Indirectly. I say indirectly because, again, may pondo yung mga big infrastructure projects, nilipat sa program appropriations, siningit nila yung mga pet projects nila para ma-prioritize sa pondo, sa pagbabudget. Kinuha yung excess funds ng PhilHealth para indirectly mapunduhan yung mga siningit nilang pet projects. And now, in 2025, zeroed out. It's not what? Zero. Isipin po ninyo mga kababayan, zero. Zero talaga. Wala silang pagpapahalaga sa kalusugan ninyo. Wala silang pakialam kung maghihirap kayo, magka-traffic kayo dyan. Wala silang pakialam kung ano mangyayari sa inyo sa daan. Wala silang pakialam kung may kakainin kayo, may ayuda naman kayo. Wala silang pakialam kung ang bigas mahal. Wala silang pakialam. Yung gatas mahal, yung mga itlog, yung ganyan. Wala silang pakialam dyan. Ang importante,
mahal. Luya
ang kamatis mahal. Yes, Louie. Ang importante sa kanila, may hundreds of billions pet projects sila. May ayuda sila na may free ride sila. Yan yung importante sa mga kongresista na yan na pumirma sa impeachment against VP Sara. Kasi si VP Sara, siya ang tinik sa lalamunan nila. Can you imagine Martin Romualdez being the president of the Philippines? If ngayon pa lang na House Speaker siya, he's acting like that with impunity. Ayuda dito, ayuda doon, pet projects dito, hundreds of billions. Can you imagine this guy, this man, being the president of the Philippines in 2028?
No
What
way.
will happen to the Philippines? What will happen to the Philippines? At saka itong mga pinag-uusapan natin, hindi to siya chismis. Hindi to chismis na, ay, walang budget, walang ginawa. No, this is, hindi to chismis. May supporting documents to. You can explore the page. Ayan, pinapresenta ni Kat, pag nilagay namin kung ano yung budget, si Kat, nilagay niya mismo yung NEP, nilagay ni Kat yung GAA, para makita ninyo, ito ay actual documents, okay? These are actual documents na pinapakita, para makita ninyo na, yan pala taga nakalagay sa NEP, yan pala taga nakalagay sa GAA. Dayan, Miss There, please do not forget Attorney Raul Lambino and Pas. Yeah, ito nga sana no, maganda rin kasi makita natin yung mga platforms of government nila, pero PDP, yes. We have no kailangan iboto talaga natin yung mga Duterte aligned. But at the end of the day, God allowed things to happen for a reason. That is only it.
Ano daw? Kay Judy. Miss There, ampunin mo na lang po ako pag si Martin ang mananalo pagka-president sa 2020. Wait, nawala si Miss There. Magbabasa muna tayo ng ano. From Froy, wala na akong tiwala sa eleksyon hanggat palpak ang electoral system natin. Ang nakikita kong solusyon ay RevGov na siyang advocate ni na Mentong at Kaadong. Kumagkasama.
Yeah. Ayun, nawala ako kayo, no? But, unfortunately, I really have to go right now na. Yung few minutes ko is end na. So, but it's so nice, Kat, no, to engage with them, and I hope na we can do this more, and lalo ngayon na ganyan, nasalang ng impeachment, that we have to discuss more about these things. And I'm really happy na we're able to engage with you guys, and hopefully next time we can we have 1 hour plus. So yeah, like maybe longer. And maybe tonight I will also join Miss Eats siguro. Okay? Ayun. Thank you very much. Hello everyone. And unfortunately for me, I mean, I have to go na. Okay?
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye-bye. See you later. See next time.